Well, hello again. I'm going to give a quick lesson today about emergency services and what to say, etc., and how to report a fire. So, I'm going to give you some useful phrases that you can use. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments underneath this video, and I'll be glad to answer them. If you also have any suggestions, I would also like to hear those too. So, let's just dive straight in. So, this is called In Case of Fire. But we're going to start, first of all, with just some simple phrases. So when you call 112, 112, so this is the number you will generally call, you are going to have to say which department you need to be connected to. So, for example, you might say, preciso de uma ambulância. Preciso de uma ambulância. Preciso de uma ambulância. You can join these two words together, it's not a problem. Or you might need the fire brigade. So you would say, preciso dos bombeiros. Preciso dos bombeiros. Or preciso da polícia. So that's if you yourself are calling. We will get into more details later about what they might say when they answer the phone to you. Now, an alternative to this is you could ask somebody else to do it. Sometimes in an emergency situation, the best thing to do is to delegate to somebody else, point at them, look them in the eye, and say, por favor, chama uma ambulância. Because what happens a lot of the times when there's an accident is what they call the standby effect, where everybody thinks that somebody else is going to do something. So the first person who acts should delegate to other people. So, por favor, chama uma ambulância. Por favor, chama os bombeiros. Por favor, chama a polícia. Or alternately, you can say, por favor, telefona os bombeiros. Telefona por uma ambulância. Or telefona a polícia. Let's do that again. Por favor, telefona os bombeiros. Por favor, telefona para uma ambulância. Para. When we say para, it's like para uma ambulância. Para uma ambulância. Almost like we're saying para uma ambulância. Por favor, telefona à polícia. The word for help is one word that I see a lot of people don't learn, and it's a very important word. Socorro. 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 It's a good word to learn. Learn that word. If ever you need to shout out help to somebody, you need to know how to say it correctly. So, ajuda-me, por favor. This is again when you're asking for help. Ajuda-me, por favor. Ajuda-me. And you've got to make sure that the stress is in the right place here. I know it doesn't seem like it's any time for grammar, but if you're going, ajuda-me, people are not going to understand. That Jude has got to be there. Hey, Jude, ajuda-me, por favor. So that's really got to be stressed, that part of the word. So when you call 112, 112, they will first transfer you to the correct department. So when you've asked for the department, they're going to transfer you to that department. And they may ask you your name and telephone number just in case you are cut off. So you need to be able to know how to spell your name. I'm going to teach about phonetic spellings in one of the next videos. And you also need to know how to say your telephone number, your contact details. So what they may say to you then would be something like this. Qual é o seu nome? Qual é o seu nome? Qual é o seu nome? Qual é o seu contacto? Qual é o seu contacto? Qual é o seu número de telefone? Qual é o seu número de telefone? So then you're going to respond with o meu nome é, o meu nome é, o meu número é. So then you're going to say your number. So o meu nome é Amanda, o meu número é 9, blah, 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 blah. you'll most likely be told not to hang up. So you'll probably hear them say, "Não desligue o telefone." Now desligue o telefone. Now, coordinates, there's no real point in giving coordinates. A lot of these places will not accept it. It's strange that they don't, but so you're going to have to name the place where you are. And if you're at home, you should know the name of the place where you are. So, yes, it's important to be able to say your own address and to say it correctly. So if you don't know where you are and there's somebody with you, so for example, imagine you're out having dinner somewhere, you're a little further out of the town, and you're not sure where you are. If you're with a friend, you can get them to check on the Google Maps the name of the area that you are in and the name of the road, or you could do that yourself while you were on the phone. So that in that case, they will be willing to take that. They will accept the name of the place and the road. So now you may be seeing a fire or you may just see smoke. So if you're seeing a fire, you can say estou a ver incêndio. So that's when you're actually seeing fire. When you're seeing smoke, you will say estou a ver fumo. Estou a ver fumo. Again, this is getting like a grammar lesson, but I can't help it. So we've got either em, nu, or na. That all means in. Doesn't matter if you get it wrong. Choose just one of those and go with it. So it would be em, like if it was em sambrage. It would be nu if it was, for example, nu corotelo, nu corotelo. Or if it was in a place called Falfosa, it would be na Falfosa. So don't worry too much about that. You can say en, you can say nuna, it doesn't matter as long as you say the area, the place correctly. And then if it's close to somewhere of reference, you can say perto de. So for example, it might be perto de Mirador. So you might be somewhere up in the mountains, they might have a mirador, you know, that where you can see with the binoculars. And you could say, for example, perto do Mirador. If you see a house burning, vejo uma casa a arder. Vejo uma casa a arder. Vejo fogo no mato. Vejo fogo no mato. Again, this is in the bush or the scrub. And I think I'm going to add vejo fumo as well, because you know, if you're seeing smoke, smoke's not really the same as a fire. When you're seeing smoke, that could be somebody just has done something in a small area, which they shouldn't do, but sometimes they do, you know. So, vejo fogo na floresta. Vejo fogo na floresta. Or vejo fumo no mato. Vejo fumo na floresta. So imagine if you're in a place like Fontferria, we've got a place here in San Brás called Fontferria with quite a lot of trees. So if you were there, you could say na Fontferria, naming the place where you actually see the smoke. O fogo está muito perto da minha casa. O fogo está muito perto da minha casa. So the fire is very close to my house. So if that's the case, yes. And then, as you know, we're getting more serious now as we go down the line. Há pessoas em perigo. Há pessoas em perigo. Ou há animais em perigo. Há animais em perigo. Next one, há feridos. So feridos are people who are injured. Há feridos. Sometimes if you witness an accident, like a street, you know, a car accident, this is also something that you can relay to the police, whether there are injured people or not. And if you don't understand what they're saying, you can just give them all the information you have, and you can tell them, eu não falo muito bem português. Eu não falo muito bem português. That means I don't speak Portuguese very well. O fogo parece estar a vir na minha direção. Now, this seems like a lot to say. You could just say, for example, o fogo vem para mim. O fogo vem para mim. As long as you remember the essentials, o fog and vem and me, they're going to understand that it's getting close to you. So let's try this one again. O fogo parece estar a vir na minha direção. Venha depressa. Venha depressa. Come quickly. So it's very important that you know how to say your address and the area you live in correctly. So you need to learn off by heart how to say your address where you live. And it's essential that you learn this. So if you are at home and something's happening, even if you've got it written down in a book that's easy to grab in an emergency situation, you should have these things actually printed out and written in a book. If you want to get the printout, you can take a look at the link below and you can print all this out from the video as well. So, these are just some of the useful terms that you can use in order to be able to call the fire department if you have to, in case of a fire breaking out in your area. Now, I was going to throw through all the directions too, but I think I'll leave that in another video. There's a lot of noisy kids in the park. I think I'll leave that for another video because I like to keep these videos short so that you can watch them again and again so that you can learn these phrases. If you listen to this regularly, you will eventually get to know these phrases. And it's important to learn certain things, especially like help me, help, call an ambulance. These are things that you're going to need to learn. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you find it useful. Please let me know in the comments below. I've put some links below as well for you to look at. You can get the PDF for this through the Buy Me a Coffee platform, and I'll put the link below. So thank you very much for watching and see you next time.